A young man had to bury his beloved dog the night before his birthday, and he was barely holding on. So his girlfriend made a special gift for him that he'll definitely remember for the rest of his life. You won't believe how many people live with anxiety or depression every day. Sometimes all they need is someone who's willing to give them a hug and listen without judgment.
Why is that?
I'm so emotional.
It's okay.
This guy has already run 100 marathons pushing a wheelchair in front of him and will stop at nothing because it's the only way for his sick mother to feel alive again. Even though this little girl didn't receive a letter from Hogwarts, she was able to become a real wizard thanks to kind people. Anthony had lost everything: his job, his money, his home. All he had left was his loyal friend, Bobo. But one morning, Bobo disappeared. Fortunately, the dog was recognized by an employee of this shelter. Not only was Bobo returned to his owner, but the shelter also gave him enough supplies for a year of care. 6-year-old Juni was born blind and could only guess what his heroes, firefighters, looked like, until this particular hero made his dream come true by helping him see them in the only way possible. An Air Niugini flight had made an emergency landing in the Chuuk Lagoon in Micronesia, but thanks to the efficient work by the rescuers, all 47 passengers, including the crew, were saved. The angelic soul of this little girl allows her to discern a good heart when she sees one, regardless of how someone looks. This driver could have passed by and simply ignored what he had seen, but instead, he decided to help pull someone else's car out of a pond. This is how I want to see people. This guard is reminded once again why he has served the royal family for over 30 years. After all, Prince William himself rushed to his aid when he fell. A 91-year-old man lost the love of his life the night before his granddaughter was born. He had no idea that his sweetheart's name would live on. This little girl came to say goodbye to her aunt, and the airport staff just couldn't say no to her. This young man's father didn't make it to his 16th birthday, but he left his boy a present.
It's for you, man.
Dad bought it for you before he passed away. For your birthday.
He will never have a more valuable gift than this guitar. This doorman has become accustomed to unusual requests by the wealthy, but he wasn't ready for such an act of kindness. This man's worst nightmare suddenly became real, and all he could do was trust these rescuers, and they didn't let him down. You're about to see a childhood dream come true, and this boy's fate was predestined. When he grows up, he's not going to be anything but the best cop in the world. You've seen people run into burning buildings for their pets before, but for firefighters to save a python, that's huge. Retired U.S. Marine Staff Sergeant James Williams inspired his granddaughter so much that she decided to follow in his footsteps and even surpass him. For the first time ever, he can salute 2nd Lieutenant Charlotte Williams.
Yay!
The way this man jumps in to help a driver in distress without a second thought while everyone else is filming deserves a lot of respect. To enter this store in Denmark, visitors have to smile, and it immediately cheers everyone up. Like this video if you want these stores to open all over the world. This woman left everything behind in a flood. Her belongings, her car, her house, but not her best friend. Now they're both safe. A disease left Ben Alice with just a few days to live, so his students and colleagues gathered outside to support their favorite teacher for the last time.
Come flood this place and fill me, God is what our hearts long for.
When the train was delayed, these people could have chosen to simply sit alone in the cold, but they chose to be kids again instead. It's this easy to bring a little joy to a stranger's life. In Siberia, at negative 50 degrees Celsius, planes freeze to the ground. However, true teamwork can even lift 47 tons. A Norwegian humanitarian organization decided to test whether people still had their humanity in a very simple way. Would you shows how a real gentleman behaves? It's just a bag of candy, but it means so much more to both the boy and the soldier.